Should we buy property in Kenya?
We've spent the last 4 years in and out of Kenya, and we've always wondered whether it would be a good investment opportunity or not. So when Next reached out and offered to sponsor this video, showcasing the best that Nairobi and Kenya as a whole has to offer,
we thought it was a great opportunity to discover the answer and visit one of our favorite cities.
How does it feel to be back in Nairobi? Good? You know, I'm kind of excited this weekend.
What for?
Well, because as these guys already know, we kind of love Nairobi, right?
Yeah.
Usually when we come to Nairobi, we come here without much of a plan. We just come to, I don't know, just have some fun and do whatever. This weekend is different. We have been sent here with the sole purpose of showing you guys some of the best things to do in and around Nairobi. We're talking about the best restaurants to visit, the most amazing animal attractions. We're talking about natural wonders that are nearby and beautiful hotels, all crammed into a pretty amazing weekend. That all starts exactly here, which is just a short 30 to 40 minute drive from the airport. We are gonna go and see some
giraffes.
Welcome to the Giraffe Center.
Have you been here before?
Yes.
You have? How many times do you think you've been here?
3.
3 times? We've all been here a lot of times, especially as a tourist if you're coming to Nairobi. This is one of the must-visit places, I think. We even sent my mum here when she came, right?
Yeah.
Should we go and feed some giraffes? This is one of the few places in the world where you can literally get so close to giraffes that you can feed them by hand. Malia, what's better, giraffes or cats?
Cats.
Giraffe Centre is always a fun thing to do when you're short of time actually in Nairobi, because you could be in and out in less than 30 minutes. For a non-resident, it's 1,500 shillings per adult and 750 shillings for kids. Just try and avoid the crowds when you get big groups of kids like this, when a whole school turns up.
Now that we fed the giraffes, it's time to feed ourselves.
Right, firstly, welcome to Cultiva. Cultiva is one of our favorite restaurants in Nairobi and just so happens to be in the area of Karen, which is just around the corner from the Giraffe Centre and a bunch of other attractions that we're going to talk about shortly. But the reason that we love Cultiva so much is how unique and creative the food is here. The owner of the restaurant is a chef, his general manager is a chef, and then they have their executive chef here as well, and they all get together to create these amazing, colorful, vibrant, unique dishes, and yeah, we never turn down an opportunity to come and eat here.
Before you get another mouthful, can you just show us how creative these carrots are and then the cabbage?
I've never seen carrots that look like this before. They look so nice that I don't even want to eat them.
Yeah.
I just want to put them on my wall. And the food is just insane.
So that was a recommendation?
Yeah, that was a recommendation. I got the beef ramen.
That looks amazing.
For me, because I missed Japan and I thought I needed some.
This guy's just come back from Japan, and then we have this interesting
barbecue cabbage.
Which
also looks amazing. And Ina got the prawns. Malia was very happy with the cheesy garlic bread, which we didn't film because she just inhaled it the second that I got here.
I also want to talk about desserts. They are just. We have to finish with desserts. Okay.
For sure, we will.
Let's go.
Alright guys, that was an amazing lunch, wasn't it, Malia?
Yep.
What did you have?
Garlic bread.
Yeah, they had an amazing garlic bread. We had an absolute spread. And I've got a fly on my head.
Hang on.
We have to give a little bit more information about the restaurant itself, because the thing with Cultiva, the fly's on my head again. The thing with Cultiva, it is not just another typical restaurant. Cultiva is a concept that came over from Ecuador. They started as an organic farm out in Ecuador. They then came over to Nairobi to create this amazing restaurant. These guys on site actually grow a lot of their own vegetables and herbs around the actual property, which is really amazing. Even the decor of the place is 99%, it's all made in-house. This is not just another generic restaurant. The restaurant itself is all very much like a farm to table concept, and you really feel that when you're eating the food. It's all super fresh, amazingly delicious, and we highly recommend, if you're visiting Karen and that general area, to check out Cultiva. Now, speaking of Karen, the area itself is actually a really amazing place to spend a whole day if you want to. You have some awesome activities like the Giraffe Center that we went to today, as well as places like the Sheldrick Trust if you want to get up close and personal with some cute baby elephants. Can't recommend that enough, going to the Sheldrick Trust. It's also bordering right on the edge of Nairobi National Park, which is a unique national park in that it is the only city national park in the world. So you can literally be looking at a wild rhino or lions, and you can see the skyscrapers in the background, which is really, really cool. There's also a couple of unique activities to do there. We recently visited Kitengela Glass, which is great for the whole family if you want to see some glass crafts, as well as the Opportunity Hub, which is the home of Sandstorm Kenya, another one of our favorite brands here. Karen itself has a lot of fun to do, so you can spend an entire day there, but we have a busy weekend, so we can't spend all day in Karen. We've got a lot more to see. Let's go. Okay, so if you can hear me better now, welcome to 14 Falls. It's a very impressive waterfall just outside of Thika, and the reason that we've come out this way is not only is Thika pretty accessible from Nairobi, it took us about an hour and 20 minutes to get here from Nairobi, but the place that we're going to be taking you guys with us tomorrow to have a look at a new development that's being built by Next, who is our sponsor for this video. We're going to Next AMANI in Tatu City, which is about halfway between here in Thika and Nairobi. So we wanted to show you guys the kind of cool things that you can come and see within a stone's throw from that area. And I would say this is one of the most impressive waterfalls actually that I've ever been to, right?
I agree, and I've seen some drone footage of it from above, and it is absolutely epic.
We are going to try our very best right now to reach out to our creator community here in the amazing country of Kenya. We're going to find hopefully some drone footage. If we manage to, you're going to see that right now. What's cool about this area is it's not only this waterfall here. You've actually got 2 or 3 waterfalls in the area. We're now going to quickly stop via another one in the area very close to Thika called Chania Falls, which is right by the road, really easy to get to. But this area in general is home to so many outdoor activities and adventures. We've been just a little bit north of here in an area called Sagana, which is part of the same river here, where we've been whitewater rafting. We've been there about 3 or 4 times rafting. So much fun, great for the whole family. Malia even came with us on one trip. As well as that, you've got some beautiful Airbnbs and properties around here, again, that we visited. So your Eco Farmhouse is a place where we've been a couple of times before. It's really not far from here, just a bit further along the Thika Road, and there's lots of cool, beautiful properties and places to stay in the area. It's one of my favorite kinds of traffic here in Kenya, is when the cows and the goats and things are crossing the road. I was discussing with Malia how we really enjoy actually when we're riding the motorbike if there's like a herd of cows that suddenly crosses the road and we have to stop and all the cows just surround us.
It's a different kind of traffic.
It's definitely a unique kind of traffic. So guys, if you want to go to Chania Falls, it's right by the side of the road, but do not follow Google Maps, because Google Maps will take you to the bridge that is above the waterfall where you can't actually see anything. If you want a good view of Chania Falls, you have to come to the Blue Post Hotel. You'll pay a small fee of 150 shillings to go in, or you can go in and have lunch if you want to there. It looks like I have a nice buffet set up for lunch, a nice garden area to chill in, and then you have access to the best view of the waterfall. It's easy to come here. Literally, I went in for 5 minutes and came out again. So it's a worthwhile stop if you're in the area. We have just checked into what is possibly the most colourful hotel I've ever seen.
I can't stop filming.
It's like staying in a rainbow. Like literally, we've walked into a rainbow. Pretty nice.
Wow, yeah, it's beautiful. I can't wait to see the rest though.
Alright guys, so we are staying at the brand... Go on, it's...
The most beautiful place in the world.
Yay.
So this is the brand new Gem Forest Hotel by M Gallery. So M Gallery is a global chain of very unique design hotels, and this is their first M Gallery hotel here in East and Central Africa. So they've really gone all out, and to be honest, I don't think I've said wow so many times. Like, we've stayed in some very cool hotels, very beautiful hotels, and there's lots that you're like, oh, this is really beautiful. But this place is like, everywhere you turn, it's just like, whoa, what is that? Whoa, what is that? Like colors and just very, very, very cool.
Yeah, it's very, very unique. I haven't seen like such a beautiful interior design in a hotel before. Very modern, very colorful. Like, I mean, look at this.
But I think this is testament to exactly why we're filming this video. This is testament to how Nairobi is growing and turning into this amazing metropolitan hub that has these unique, beautiful hotels. This is just the start. We've just arrived and we have so much more to show you guys.
How was your meal? First of all, what did we eat?
So
what kind of menu do we have?
Troy is the name of this the rooftop
Malia's
restaurant.
given us lots of cuddles.
It's Mediterranean meze style, really delicious. Like, we had couscous, hummus. I had baked chicken. Ina had grilled halloumi. Malia had fries with hummus and flatbread.
But all of that with an amazing view over the city. So it's a nice little rooftop restaurant, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's got a vibe as well. So they actually have 3 eating outlets here, restaurants, however you want to call it. We're here for 3 nights, so I guess we're going to be trying a few of them. With this hotel being only 3 months old, I know they're going to be trying to make their restaurants, like put their restaurants up there with some of the best ones in Nairobi. So I think it's a perfect opportunity to try 3 brand new restaurants here in Nairobi. Tomorrow we've got another fun day in store for us. We're going to be visiting our favorite family-friendly mall, which you guys should all know about by now, but it is, in our opinion, the best mall in Nairobi, where they have kids playgrounds, they have lots of fun activities, great restaurants and things like that. And finally, we are going to be visiting the site where a new development is being built, where we get to ask all the questions that we need to know about what's involved with investing in property here in Kenya. And whether you're interested in finding out about this brand new property that's being built in Tatu City, stay tuned because we will be visiting tomorrow. Good night. Good morning and welcome back to Nairobi. We are here at our favorite family-friendly mall. Where are we?
Village Map.
Yeah, and we're going to which playground?
Under the sea.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
the sea, it's on to Malia's second favorite thing here in Village Market, which is what? So we're all done at Village Market. You enjoyed? It was busy today. Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Just another thing that we love doing when we come to Nairobi. So one of the things that has actually made us consider the idea of moving away from the coast and towards Nairobi is its access to wildlife and the national parks. Nairobi is an amazing hub to access all of the best national parks. I could probably sit here and talk for the next hour about all of the adventures that we've been on in the wild here in Kenya, most of which that have started from Nairobi. But instead of me talking about all of our wild adventures that we've been on, I thought it might be best to create a fun little montage for you guys of everything we've gotten up to in the bush over the last 4 years. So let's go. So finally, the moment that we have been waiting for, we have come here to Next HQ in Tatu City to have a conversation about what it takes to invest here in Kenya and specifically here in Tatu City. Let's go. Alright guys, so we have here Paul. Paul, how are you?
I'm good.
Paul is the project manager here at Next, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what is special about this project.
My name is Paul Moki. I'm the project manager with Next, and Next is an international brand that is doing ambitious and luxurious 5-star apartments. The projects that have currently been done are majorly in the UAE, that is in Georgia, in Batumi, and we also have projects in Dubai, and currently we have a project that is coming up in Tatu City, which is Next AMANI, which we will want to take you through this session. Thank you. So these are the properties. We have the Next Coros, this is in Dubai. We have the Next Address, this is in Georgia. We have the Radisson Blue Residence, this is in Georgia. We have the Next AMANI, which is a project of focus. We'll take you through that shortly. We have the Windham Residence, that is in Georgia. We have the Next Apartments, also in Georgia. We also have the Next Collection in Georgia. And also we have the Next Garden, also in Batumi, Georgia. Most of these projects are completed. They are already sold out.
Let's build some houses.
Malia, are you ready to go and see where they're building the property?
Yeah.
Okay. Ground, and they're going to pour lots of concrete and put lots of iron bars and everything in, and then you'll see it go. So in the next 2 years, that should be here. Is that cool? What do you think? You want to live there? Huh? There's going to be a swimming pool and a playground and a gym, and there's lots of nature trails around.
Yeah.
You guys, you have 2 schools here as well, right?
Yeah, and more coming.
Alright guys, so welcome to Next AMANI, which is the project that we have come to see. We've had a walk around the site, talked about the area and the fact that they are planning to get things going from New Year, and then their projected timeline for their buildings is going to be 2 years. Really, really cool, but I still have some questions about what is Tatu City and why should we come here, and for that we need to speak to somebody else. Alright guys, so we have met Paul from Next and we've been to view the property here next, or the future property Next AMANI. But next we need to know a little bit more information about Tatu City itself, and for that we're going to need this guy over here. This is Dean and he works for Tatu City itself. So Dean's going to take us to some of the green space around here where we can then use that opportunity to learn a little bit more about what is Tatu City and why should people consider coming here. I have to say, first thing, one thing I really appreciate about this area is how green it is and how fresh it feels. We're literally 35 minutes from Nairobi, 35 minutes from Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, but you feel like you're out in the wild. Obviously we have houses around us, but apart from that, in between the houses, it's very, very natural. Looking forward to seeing what some of the green spaces around here look like. Hey guys, this is one of the benefits of being just outside of the city, is having access to spaces like this. Okay, so I wasn't going to do this, but Dean was just actually saying something that for us is very, very important and I think is a big selling point for this area. What were you just explaining to me?
Well, one of the key benefits of Tatu City is we've got world-class infrastructure. So because the city is so large, we've got our own water catchment, our own water treatment. So there's no water rations like you have in other parts of Nairobi or Africa. And we've got our own energy system, which we have a major supply for. So we're on about 93% renewable energy source for the city. And then we're pushing towards 100% as well. So being able to just live in a natural environment, which is really tapping into renewable energy sources with reliable infrastructure, first-class roads, etc., is a major draw card for most people to Tatu City.
It's a big key for us because, especially with us living on the coast, we've been suffering with power cuts, water outages, internet outages, and all of that kind of stuff. Right. So essentially, Tatu City is its own little environment there.
Exactly. So Tatu City is its own special planning zone, special economic zone, and Tatu Connect, to address all those issues of living in African cities, we've created our own infrastructure company. Nice. So water, energy, telecommunications, and build our own roads.
So I suppose probably one of the most important questions, and something that we weren't really sure of when we were considering this location, is what is Tatu City?
Good question. So Tatu City is a new master planned city on 5,000 acres. It is a special economic zone and special planning zone in Kenya. So it's one of the two major projects in Kenya, which is part of the 2030 vision, which will see major new urban development come to Africa. So Tatu City is, by our mantra, a place to live, work and play. So it will be a new city core full of entertainment, cultural facilities, sports, entertainment, recreation, but of course offices, apartments, so it's a true mixed-use city. But given the size, we're also creating a series of urban villages. So it's not just the city project itself, it's a whole series of different communities and developments, all interconnected with a really extensive green network. So the lakes you see behind me, there's a series of 5 lakes. Greenways and cycling trails. There's around 60 or so kilometres of cycling and walking trails, and we're working on a whole range of projects from sports, entertainment, potential animal conservancies and so on, that it's really going to bring the essence of living in Africa to Tatu City.
And that's actually a big part of what you're doing, is part of the plan for the project, right, is actually maintaining and even developing these green spaces as part of the project, right?
Exactly. Like, my role as head of design in the city is really to create this vision or this place which is a city in a forest. So to us that means expanding our nursery capacity. We're producing 1 million plants a year to be able to just have the city lush with trees, natural environments that we can really tap into, but also amazing parks and plazas and squares and just places that you want to be outside. For us, I guess, trying to create a city of an international standard, but still blending the best parts of Kenya and Africa. It's really about that outdoor environment and living closely connected to nature and just being in a beautiful place, which is what drew me to living in Kenya myself.
Amazing. I think that's what drew all of us to being here. Amazing, cool. Guys, this has been very interesting.
For sure. So much information. I don't even know, like, my brain is full.
I'm not gonna lie, so when Next first reached out to us to create this video, of course we were happy to show you guys why we love Kenya, why we love Nairobi, and we were very excited to come here to Tatu City to kind of explore, but we didn't really know what Tatu City was or what it was all about. And now that we've been here, it's lit something inside me now.
It's a very interesting project, and I think it's something that is close to us and how we want to build like a future life.
For sure.
We just heard a lot of amazing things.
Yeah,
so.
we really did. And hopefully throughout this video, we're gonna have added in some visual stuff for you guys about how Tatu City is gonna look in the future. Because what they've done so far, from all of the information that we've had, essentially what it is right now is basically a business park with housing around it. But the plans that they have for creating entertainment complexes and malls, sports fields and arenas, live music venues, green spaces, nature's like potential, as he just said then, potential conservation areas. It's just never ending, the kind of stuff that he's just explained to us. Also, to touch on, obviously we were speaking with Paul from Next. There is, in terms of legal information about, as a foreigner such as us coming to an area like this, what the guys have recommended is that we speak to a company called One Stop. So if you have any questions about investing in this area and visa requirements and all the legal stuff, One Stop is a place that can give you all this information about what you need. So we're gonna link their information down below, because I think it's very, very important, if you're considering anything like this, make sure you have all the legal stuff down. I want to really strongly say we're not giving any legal advice. We're also not telling you what you should do. We're simply coming here, exploring this place and showing Nairobi and Kenya in a different light from what you might see from the media or from the news. And before we wrap things up, we come back to Paul again, because obviously we want to know how much we'd be looking to pay for the properties at Next AMANI.
Thank you. So as I mentioned, we have the studio apartments that will be going for $75,000 US. Then we have the 1-bedroom apartments that is going for 90,000 USD. Then we also have the 2-bedroom apartment that is going for $124,485. Then we have the 3-bedroom apartment, which also has a servant quarter, so that is going for $229,000 US.
Nice. And if someone wanted to purchase a property from you, what would be required?
So our sales team will take you through the apartments, the location where it is, and then you're able to select. So once you select an apartment, then of course you're required to book with a deposit of 10%, and then the rest of the payment is distributed within the 34 months.
Nice. Yes. And guys, we're going to put all the contacts for Next, all the relevant contacts will be down in the description. But for now, thank you very much, Paul.
Thank you.
Cool.
Cheers.
And welcome back to the coast, where the weather is very different from what we've had in Nairobi this last few days. But we really, really enjoy the change of climate and the fresh air and being able to wear long trousers and even a jumper. I hope you've enjoyed something a little bit different from us today. At the start of this video, we set out to explore the question of whether we should invest in Kenya. And we've had a really fun time doing it. We love going to Nairobi, we love spending time there. We love the fact that every time we go back to Nairobi, there is something new. There's a new restaurant opening, there's a new hotel opening, and I think it's really clear that Nairobi itself is definitely on the rise. It's also amazing how close Nairobi is to the nature that Kenya has to offer, whether it's waterfalls, safari, whether it's sanctuaries like the giraffe center that we visited, and a ton of outdoor activities, as well as things like malls and family-friendly activities. We really love visiting Nairobi and spending time there, and we are genuinely considering whether we should make Nairobi a bit more of a base for us. So hopefully you have enjoyed exploring this question with us. Hopefully we've been able to give you guys some valuable information if it's something that you're considering, and a big thank you to Next, who gave us this opportunity to go and explore and show our audience the things that we love about Nairobi and about Kenya as a whole. We are going to put the information below. If anybody has any inquiries about the development that they're doing in Tatu City, you can contact them directly. We won't be able to answer any of the questions, so please do speak to them directly. We'll leave all the information below so that you guys can get accurate information. And as always, if you did enjoy watching this video, again, it was something a little bit different, but if you did enjoy it, please don't forget to show us some appreciation by clicking that like button. Feel free to comment below if you are actually considering investing in Nairobi or in Kenya in general. And if you are not already subscribed to the channel and you want to see more, please subscribe, help us grow our audience, and join us for some more adventures around Kenya and the rest of the world. Well, for now, the sun is out and we are going to enjoy our time on the coast. See you next time.